Hello, Christina Giordano here, the founder of Sold, your go-to resource for soulful entrepreneurship. And my philosophy is this: people can no longer be sold to, they must be sold to. That is SOUL''D. This is selling with soul, but in order to sell with soul, you need to be sold, SOUL''D, on you first. In this week's episode, I talk about what happens when you enter Sold. I talk about why Sold exists, what the framework looks like, what people actually experience, what the containers entail, so the entire offering suite from the ebook to the memberships, which are group experiences, to the one-to-one experiences, the meetup and the mentorship. And then finally, I talk about who exactly this work is for. And in today's episode in particular, because you know that these are just previews of what the full Sold episode entails, I'm going to show you the framework. The essence of the Sold approach is that your essence becomes the organizing principle of both your life and business. And while Sold started as a business building strategy, it has emerged into something else because, as you know, skills transfer. You truly cannot move forward with the Sold approach without this affecting and impacting every other area of your life. And so with Soul, with your essence being the natural organizing principle of your life, when you are truly anchored there, your thoughts, your nervous system, your actions, they all move in the same direction. And so this is called internal coherence. And as I begin to talk about the Sold framework, I'm going to introduce you to not only what the methodology entails, what the steps look like, but as you'll see in the graphic that I'm about to post, Sold is not just something that you go through once. It's something that kind of continuously moves like a spiral. And as your expression deepens, which is what the marketing methods help you achieve, your expansion deepens, which is what the manifesting methods helps you achieve. And one thing that I'll say regarding the methods themselves is that expression creates momentum, containment stabilizes expansion. So you can't truly have expression without containment, and you can't have containment without expression. The bridge between them is internal stability. It's internal coherence. So let's get started. All right, so here is the Sold framework. Sold teaches people how to express their essence and stabilize the expansion that follows. And as you will see in this chart, we have the marketing methods, which is for essence-led expression, and the manifesting methods, which is for essence-led stability. And if you'll notice the arrows, they're going in one direction and it's a continuous direction. It's kind of like, it looks kind of like a flat circle here, but it's more like a spiral. So the very first step is to return to your essence, and then you proceed through the marketing methods. And after the love method, after you have stabilized your essence-led expansion begins. So now you're moving through the manifesting methods, which is essentially all about stability and containment. And as you're moving through the debit method, the credit method, the hold method, and the rise method, you're becoming essentially more contained, more stable, and therefore attracting more. And then as you go through that phase, your expression deepens even more. So it goes through the entire process of expression deepens, expansion begins. Expression deepens, expansion begins. And if you actually visualize that pattern, that process, you'll imagine a spiral that just continues to bloom and grow. So the purpose of the Sold framework is that expression creates momentum and containment stabilizes expansion. And in this specific episode, if you listen to the full episode on either Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I go through each of these methods and I explain exactly what they do. Now, again, within the episode itself, we talk about what clients actually experience, containers, and my own personal trajectory while working through the Sold approach myself. So If this is singing to you, you know where to go. You can find this full episode on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Again, it's Sold by Christina Giordano. Until next time, be well and take care.